Greetings to all of you. Betty King, you are one of a kind, one in a million. We love you. We wish you could be here at Head of the Year with us, but we are finishing our last Shabbat for the season of Alif, and we're headed into the season of Beit in the whole era called Pei. Now, that's a mouthful for us, but that means we're speaking. Heaven is blowing in on us. Heaven is blowing in, causing our root to have life, causing new fruit to come forth out of our ministries, and moving us into the building for our future. I decree that over you. I say no weapon formed against you building your future will have any power. And I decree that you will move forward. Now, I do have a word. Get up higher. Get up higher. And see how Yeshua is moving in England and in your area of sphere of authority. I am beginning to move us toward harvest in a new way. And the Lord says, look higher, look at your storehouse, see if it is ready to be built for the harvest. Your vision is on the way. You have a vision message you're carrying, and that message needs to be sent out for all that would understand what God is doing today. Right there, let me say this. We are entering the head of the year, but usually that revelation does not come into fullness until we start crossing over into Passover, which is coming. Remember, we have been in a year where there's been a lot of clashing going on. The Lion of the tribe of Judah has been clashing with the dragon. Now, the enemy wants to negate your faith. The thief comes to only steal, kill, and destroy. But you were meant to enjoy this time. What you've been going through is so key. Now remember, let's go back. The era we're in is called Pei. It's linked with expression. It's linked with vocalization. It's linked with speech. It's linked with prophesying. It's linked with declaring. So we are in this season where every year we must declare our future. We're going into that major second year of declaration. 2020, we all hit that divine pause. We're pulled aside. And then this last year that we have been in, we have been progressing forward. We have been commanding new openings to occur. You declare a thing, and it is established for you. You ask for things to come. The Lord is saying over the generations to come, command me to give me orders of what you want to see happen so that the works of His hands can be manifested through what we are doing. Now, with that, we have been in a year where we've been seeing restoration occur. We've been watching the restoring of God's covenant root. We've been watching a release of glory of the Lord into the atmosphere. We've been allowing the glory to penetrate us so we can send forth that glory. Now, I want to say the atmosphere has been filled with warfare this past year, but the glory in us has been stronger, and it's moving on and moving into the atmosphere. I would love to see your atmosphere totally overcome with His glory. But you've got to be going back and looking at how did the root that is ready to produce fruit really form, and how will fruit come forth in the year ahead. That becomes very, very key. But because of all the warfare, the first thing I want to decree over you is you need to receive a new strength to build. That is a word from God for you, because we are entering into a building season. That's what this year is about. We've been in this historical era where the voice is being ready to come out of the house. It's been a supernatural, mystical atmosphere that we've been contending for God's authority in. And we have been seeing who is going to rule in the future. This is very key for us as we enter the year ahead. Nations have been in the valley of decision. I mean, nations have been contending, will we wear a curse into our future, or will we continue to enter into the blessings that are aligned from the covenant of God with Israel in our land? Will prosperity come? We have been understanding the posterity of the parent root. In other words, how has the root of covenant flowing through our nation been manifesting? We've been coming back to a place where we want to see God's covenant authority come forth in each one of us. And so we are now up to the beginning, the crossing over time. The head is always the most precious time. And this is the most precious month that we're getting ready to enter. And we are entering the year of baked. Now, that means we're moving from Aleph 1 to baked in the era of pay, where we keep speaking, we keep prophesying, but just as we had been planning to see the house come forth, this year, the house comes forth in a new way. You need to look back over the last several years and prophesy that house into being. Prophesy all of the frame into being. Prophesy the rooms filled with the glory of God. Evaluate the church. See, we build the church. We unlock the kingdom. Move from a kingdom perspective into building that storehouse this year that is readying itself for a kingdom influx into your nation. Get ready. We are entering into this season of being surrounded by glory as we build the house. I loose that into your nation as we move forward.